Hello again. In the previous chapter, I mentioned about the milestones that affected my career as a photographer. Remember that I mentioned that I purchased a Nikon F3 camera, that I started using slide film. Well, there were two brands of slide films. One was Ektachrome that could be developed locally, and the second was Kodachrome, a beautiful film that could only be developed in some places in Europe and in the US. I think also Panama, they had the labs. So each time I took a roll of Kodachrome, I had to wait about a month since I mailed the film and it returned. So I had to wait a month to see the results of my work. At that time, I also made friends with a food photographer called Miguel Etchepare, who helped me understand some parts of the field guide that I had purchased from the National Geographic, and he made comments on the work that I did as a good teacher. Well, he also mentioned about Ansel Adams, a black and white photographer, and his technique called the zone system. I purchased all the 3 books that talked about the zone system, the negative, the print, and the camera, all of them. But I can confess that for me were Chinese. And for many years I didn't grasp and understood the technique only until I started printing with a digital room. As I was taking images in slide film and color, I needed to print them. And there was only one paper in the market, or at least the one that I could have hold. It was called Ektachrome, produced by a pharmaceutical company that was being able to capture the slide film and directly to the print. And the combination of the Kodachrome images with this paper were outstanding and beautiful. I didn't have a lab, so I outsourced this process. I had printed many images of my work, and I learned about context produced by the Goethe Institute in La Paz, where the theme was water. I presented 3 images, and surprisingly, I won first prize, second prize, and an honorable mention for the 3rd image. During the award ceremony, one of the judges, Felipe Sanginés, mentioned, "You should enter the medium format arena." I said, "What?" "Yes, the medium format arena." Well, guess what? Weeks later, I would be writing to the factory in Germany, the Raleigh factory, asking for a quote of a camera and a few lenses and items. They answered in italics 2 weeks later, saying, "The camera costs so much, you have to send us a check in Deutschmarks, and we'll manufacture the camera for you." Send the check. They confirmed the order by telex again, saying, "Your order is in place, your camera will be manufactured in the next 10 days. After a month and a half that I had requested the quote, I will be traveling to the Lufthansa office at the airport of La Paz to collect my Raleigh 6006, which really was a huge milestone for my career as a photographer. Working with a medium format camera is a challenge to your brain. First, instead of taking images horizontal or vertically, you have a square. Second, the viewfinder is on top, so you look down, and in addition, it's inverted, so mentally you need to switch the image that you're looking from left to right and right to left because it's different. Third, the roll is only of 12, so you need to choose wisely your battles. You take less images. With all these challenges, I started a journey that lasted 32 years with this faithful companion, a story that I will continue in the following chapter. Until then, see you.